before the civil.
We portray it as 1886 because of all the changes that were going on in America at that time. I mean, we were going from being an agriculturally based society where we grew most of the things that we consumed, or we had made locally most of the things that we used. By the 1880s, railroads were bringing goods here, there, and everywhere. You didn't have to live in the big cities to get a good selection of stuff.
Right.
Factories were mass producing things, so costs were coming down. All the stuff was getting affordable to the general public. So for those reasons, we portray it as 1886. Now there are over 2,000 antiques in the store today. Things like...
Not including him and me.
So true, so true. My grandkids think I was living at the time that all this was going on. That's all right. The cigars, the boxes are the actual boxes. Now, for all the stuff that was going on, the changes that were happening, for the first time in history, advertising has become important. There's such an array of goods for people to choose from, which they never had before. Advertising has really, for the first time, become very important. Now, when we look in my cigar case, I don't highlight the cigars, although each one of those cigars is over 100 years old. They're all back from the 1880s.
Oh, wow.
But if you read the advertising on the boxes, this is the actual stuff that they were seeing. These boxes are all from the 1880s. So this one down in the lower left corner, it says The Sweepers. That was the name of that particular cigar. Best cigar in the world, it says, for the money. Key phrase there, for the money. See, The Sweepers was a discount cigar. It cost 5 cents each. Your premium cigars, your expensive ones, would run you anywhere from 7 cents a piece, 15 cents if you bought two, only way to get the discount, to 25 cents each for your Havanas from Cuba.
Wow.
The really good ones. 25 cents. Now in 1886, in Waterford, Michigan, your typical farmer is making $1 a day, working 12 hours a day out in the fields. $1. So he's coming in, he's got all of his supplies to buy, but he wants his smokes, and he's looking at these and he's saying, man, I make $1 a day. 5 cents? 25 cents. Gosh. Best cigar in the world. It says so on the box. They wouldn't put it on the box if it weren't true, right? 25 cents. Oh, give me a handful of these. Now, walking down the street, that's a happy farmer. Man, I made a great deal. 5 cents. Best cigar in the world. I'm happy. What he didn't know was, at the factory where they were making the cigars, as they were cutting up the tobacco to put in the expensive premium cigars, little pieces of that tobacco were falling on the floor.
Oh, seriously?
They would sweep
That's why
that
the
up.
sweepers. Oh,
The sweepers. They would sweep that up along with all the dirt and the wood chips and the bugs and the anything else that might be down there. They'd wrap that nasty filler in a fresh tobacco leaf, cut it, put it in the box, and it was sold all across the United States as the Sweepers Discount Cigar in 1886. And that is absolutely true.
That's weird.
Absolutely
It's
true.
like
What's toilet size? Irish soap. What's the toilet size?
In the day, your cake of soap, toilet sized, would be about yai by yai. If you were doing, like at the tavern, Saturday nights, free bath water for the entire tavern. If you had multiple people in a public venue like that, you would get something like this that they could chop off and work from.
I see.
Like yai by yai. But your toilet size, it was about that thick, hand big enough to hold in your hand. And it floated, which made it an instant hit. In the 1880s, your typical bar of soap was the soft, creamy kind.
Yeah.
So when you would get in the bathtub and you'd be washing, you let that soap go straight to the bottom of the tub.
Okay.
The way they used to take baths back in the day, you might get 4 or 5 people taking a bath before the water got changed. So, real easy to lose the soap. Water would get dirty and soap would go down. You couldn't find it anymore. Ivory soap floated.
Got it.
Immediate hit. They loved it. Down here, these torture devices. Now, I said there are over 2,000 items, historic antiques, registered numbered antiques, well over 100 years old. These things that look like something you'd heat up in a fire, hold somebody down, poke them to get the truth out of them with, these torture instruments were actually ladies' curling irons for their hair. The needle nose plier ones, curling irons. The big fork was a crimping iron. Put those little zigzaggers that some of the girls like to boof their hair out with. This thing that looks like a melon scoop for our fruit salads, but it's got a flat interior surface around that ball. It's like the ball got cut in half. That was their version of a straightening iron to straighten the hair back out again. I've got a 15-year-old daughter. How old are you, young man? 14, 12?
15.
15? I got a daughter your age. She's got this 9-inch long wand that she plugs into the wall. 2 minutes, it's hot, zip, zip, zip. Her hair is straight. Imagine heating that thing up on a pot-bellied stove, hoping it didn't get so hot it was going to melt your hair when you took hold of it. Take it, pull just a little bit. It's about the size of a 50-cent piece. Pull just a little, and then again, and go heat it back up. And then take a lady all night long. Now these toothbrushes,
La plancha de la...
may I ask, why do you think the handles are white? You know, some people have told me, well, the farmers that used them, their hands were dirty from working out in the field, so when they brushed their teeth, a little of that dirt would get on the... When it got black, they'd throw it away and get a new toothbrush. No. Some people think, well, they're made out of ivory, the tusks of the elephants and things. But ivory was too expensive. Maybe in New York, maybe in Detroit, but in Waterford, little farming town, no, too expensive. Made from the bones of a whale. Whalebone. Now, knowing that the handle is whalebone, what do you think the brush is?
It's teeth.
The teeth of the big whales, the baleen that they scoop the plankton out with, looks almost identical to that. That's a great answer. But baleen, when it dries, it gets real brittle. So once that dried out, it would crack all to pieces as they tried. Come on in, just squeeze the handle and push.